photosynthesis. A translocation moves the organic molecules such as sugar, amino acids from their source, يعني from where they are moved, through the tube system of the phloem to the sink where they are used, across the sieve plates or the sieve tubes. Companion cells, we said that companion cells provide energy since they have a nucleus, while sieve tubes do not. So they need energy to transport sugar actively. So the companion cells give enough energy for these tubes. Now, once sugar is loaded, that means it collects water. So water goes with it, but water moves by osmosis. Whenever we have sugar is moving, that means water should follow it. Okay? Then this sap is called the cell sap, or the sugar with water and amino acids, these materials all together that are carried by phloem, it is called the cell sap. It is called what? The cell sap. Then the sugar goes to where it is used, okay, which is called the sink. Now, a transpiration always happens through leaves. So when water moves, which we call the transpiration stream, it moves from roots up to the leaves. So it is always from down to up. But sugar may differ according to different seasons. Look at this. Here is the potato tuber. This is the tuber that we eat, which is underground stem. When we see big leaves like this, so we should know that the plant is photosynthesizing very well and it is in the summer. So once the leaves are big like this, so this is summer. The plant makes photosynthesis and the sugar is being made here in the leaves. So the sugar moves from leaves to where it goes, the sink. The leaves now are the source, while here the tuber is the sink where sugar moves. The sugar moves as sucrose. As we said, sucrose is less reactive than glucose. But when we go to the winter here, there are no leaves. The plant wither away leaves because leaves need lots of energy. And the plant now is not photosynthesizing. Okay? So no need for the leaves. All the sugar that it has been made here was, the excess one was stored here as a starch in the tuber. Now in the winter, this tuber, everyone has lots of what? Of starch, because the sugar is stored as a starch. That's why potato is a good source of energy. Now let's go here. If we see this, in the spring, the leaves are regrown again in order to be prepared very well for photosynthesis in the summer. That's why the leaves, in order to regrow again, they need lots of energy. From where do they take energy? From the tuber, because already it has a starch and it has stored the starch in it. So now a tuber in the spring, when we see small leaves, that means the tuber is the source because it is giving sugar to make new leaves. And this is the sink here. These leaves are the sink. So we have to know this very well. Now let's go to adaptation of the plant in order to keep water as much as possible. As we know, we have xerophyte plants that live in dry climate in deserts, and we have aquatic plants that live in aquatic or water bodies. For the plants that live in deserts, such as cacti or cactus, it has a green stem. A green stem in order to carry photosynthesis. At the same time, it's juicy, fleshy, because it stores water. It doesn't have leaves. The leaves actually have been reduced to spines or spike, as we are going to see here, this worksheet. if we look at this is cactus. Do you see spines? These are leaves. They do not photosynthesize because if the cactus had leaves, big leaves, then would be loss of water. So much loss of water. In order not to lose water, the leaves are reduced to spines. It's a green fleshy, green to make photosynthesis. It contains chlorophyll. The fleshy because it stores water. At the same time, it has two root system for this the whole. For the whole plant, we can see two root system. Also, all xerophyte plant have two root systems. The roots are shallow and the other roots that are so long. The shallow roots to absorb water as much as possible as it rains, to take it very fast, and the long roots to look for water deep. Now, let's go back to other adaptations. Also, the xerophyte plants, they have sunk stomata or sunken stomata. Sunken means that the stomata are hidden and the leaves are rolled in order not to make water lost or to evaporate. For aquatic plants, as we see, they have also stomata, but stomata are now on the top of the leaves, not down, such as xerophytes. In xerophytes plant, or the plants that live in a dry climate, they have the stomata, sunk stomata or sunken stomata in the lower epidermis, in the bottom of the leaves, in order not to lose water. At the same time, they have thick waxy cuticle to prevent water loss. But in contrary, the aquatic plants, they have the stomata on the top of the leaves, and they have thin cuticle. No need to be thick because already they are floating on the surface of the leaf, and they have large air spaces. As you remember, when we talk about the structure of the leaves, we talked about spongy mesophyll. Spongy, they have lots of air spaces, and these air spaces are involved in the floating of the aquatic plant. This is all about a transport in a plant. I hope that you find it very well. Thank you.